It's time for us to take a quick look at what's happening on the covers of the newspapers this morning. And Mike Mesikeno is right here with me. The Punch is where we're starting this morning. It says here, indefinite strike. OPS kicks as Labour vows to shut down airports, others on Tuesday. Federal government Labour leaders meeting holds Tuesday. Tinubu to unveil workers' package October 1st. Man, others warn of massive economic losses and government foot dragging on workers' demands, say NLC. The top left here, Cardoso to clear dollar debts, suspend intervention loans, fuel, car, others imports gulp $46 billion annually, according to federal government. And in the photo story there, we have the Chief of Army Staff, Lieutenant General Lagbaja, and other top Army officers during the opening of the Nigerian Army's seminar on aviation security awareness in the Army headquarters, Abuja, on Tuesday. At the bottom left there, Eid-el-Maulud, pray for Nigeria. Tinubu tells Muslims. INEC unveils Ondo Edo polls timetable. That's what we have on the cover of the Punch.
Which should we pick about? Okay, well, it's Eid-el-Maulud today, of course, the birth of the Prophet, and we celebrate, or we commemorate that with our Muslim brothers and all of that. And yes, for those who believe in prayer, there is a need to pray, but prayer would not take the place of work, what we are meant to do, or action, as it were. In this particular case scenario, economically, there's a lot. You see OPS kicks as Labour vows to shut down airports and others on Tuesday and all of that. There's quite a lot that's going around. The dollar is now over 1,000 now, you know. So we need to get our act together. We need to put things in place. We need to start working. We need to get stuff done.
Thank you, Mike. We have the Nation newspaper here with us as well. How I Will Tackle Inflation, Naira Forex Crisis by Cardoso. CBN Governor, transparency, compliance to rules will be upheld. And there is a little rundown of the past CBN governors list there and a photo story. Just beneath the masthead, it says here, respond to allegations. Ondo Assembly tells Aye Datiwa. It says lawmakers reject court ruling. And at the top left says Obaseki asks Shaibu to drop governorship ambition. Tinubu okay's purchase of 12 attack helicopters. Army aviation gets a boost. And how Abiodun is driving FDI through OGFTZ. The top left, or rather top right there. Let's see what we have below. It says here, OPS Speaker, others oppose Labour strike call. NLC, TUC fix October 3rd for the indefinite strike. That's what we have on the cover of the Nation.
Yeah, so I would love to read more. And well, what page is this? Okay, starts from this page, continued on page 2. That's where the CBN governor is talking about how I will tackle inflation, Naira Forex crisis. And there's a list there of CBN governors from 1958. Yes. And that's quite an interesting list. I was just taking note of some names there and how some of these governors will be remembered. Some remarkable names there. Hopefully this governor is one, because he is coming at quite a time that is, fueled by crisis and all of that. And hopefully he can do his own bit to get us back where we think we should be, where we should be.
I was actually looking at the story that talks about the purchase of 12 attack helicopters. Army aviation gets a boost there. That's right at the top of the paper there. I was thinking about the fact that those helicopters have probably become key, especially since a lot of the equipment that we know the Army to have had has been around for quite a while. And the armed forces have been requesting for such apparatus like this for quite a while, and it's eventually happened. So we'll be looking out for that story as well. We have the Guardian newspaper here with us this morning. It says more factories, businesses may shut down as diesel hits 1,100 per litre. There is an infographic on the cover of The Guardian should you want to check it out. We have the Daily Trust newspaper with us this morning as well. It says here, Zamfara varsity abduction. Survivors narrate ordeals in hands of bandits. My son, granddaughter over 50, abducted according to an eyewitness. Varsity not fenced, poorly policed, and then attack the third on institution, the same institution. Just below the masthead there, it says Leah Shaibu's dumps first husband, remarries on another ISWAP commander. Shetima says economy will pick up in 15 months. There's on Maulud, Tinubu, Shetima, Atiku, Akpabio, Barrow preach tolerance. Labour to embark on indefinite strike October 3rd, and the circumstances surrounding Mohbad's death will be unveiled in due time, according to Naira Marley. And as with other papers, we have the comment on the Forex issue. The Forex crisis, transparent rules are my immediate priority, says Cardoso. I would have wanted to touch on Naira Marley's comments there. He came out onto his verified Instagram page, and it was quite a lengthy
Post, yeah.
Post, yes. But I think it was time for him to actually say something if he was going to say something. A lot has gone on over the past 3 weeks surrounding this entire issue. A lot of questions still yet to be answered.
Yeah.
But the fact that he says he's prepared to work with the...
you see, of course, let's allow the law take its course, and you cannot proclaim someone guilty in the court of public opinion.
Sure.
But when you can say you are prepared to, it does not matter whether you are prepared to or not. You will work with the forces, with the process, and all of that. You'd work with the police, as it were. I think he's out of the country, according to what he said there. He's been summoned, and of course, the police can get to him whenever they want to. But the point is that investigation has started, and let's allow the investigative process take its course. That's just it.
Yeah. Now, there has been a lot of comments on the Forex crisis, and I wanted to actually say, there are quite a few people who have come up with some innovations and different innovative ways to sort of curb their spending because of the fact that things have gotten to a particular stage now that you're just wondering whether, as a business owner, you've actually made profit in the past month or not.
Or not.
Whether you have enough money to repurchase.
I've spoken about power and how, if we can sort that one out, there's a law we can sort out. Now, there are risk of more companies even leaving the country because of power generation, and all of that. That is one place where a lot of money is spent. And for being one of the world's biggest oil producers, for us to have issues and still be importing crude at some point in some kind of ways, as it were. In fact, where the refinery is supposed to start production in October, November, that's Dangote refinery. And I heard some things about importing some crude. And I was like, okay, it will take a while for they start using Nigerian crude, as it were. So it has always been the same thing. It's just a very simple formula. We need to offer value. We need to make this place, if we cannot go out and call for investors, and then we cannot create an enabling environment for their investments to be safe and work. Number one, power. Power has to be sorted out. I know it has improved in some ways individually, but it has to be a collective. We have to look at it that way. As a collective, power needs to improve.
If you have any comments or thoughts about what we've talked about on the headlines today, we would love to hear your thoughts on those as well. Please use the hashtag WakeUpNigeria on TVC and let us know. At this point, we're taking a quick break, but there's still so much more right here on Wake Up Nigeria.